tale of the untamed frontier, of winters that are 6 months long, of a land where the warmest day of that winter might be the coldest day of your entire year. A land where men and women are either strong enough to survive or get stacked up like so much cordwood until the spring thaw. Our tale for tonight, The Better Man, was written by Harold DePolo, and it appeared in the July 1932 issue of Thrilling Adventures magazine. If you've been with us for our earlier episodes of Potpourri Theater, you'll know that we are doing our best to bring you a wide variety of stories for your listening pleasure. So far, we've presented dramas from the science fiction, crime, and Western genres, entered the realm of the supernatural, told you a tale of the average Joe, and treated you to a taste of the macabre. In episodes to come, we hope to bring you such fields as war stories, romance, sports, and the jungle. But let's get started on our story for tonight. Our storyteller is the Old Timer. He has no other name because he's so old, he's forgotten. He's been everywhere, he's done and seen everything, and he's lived to tell about it. Howdy, Mr. Old Timer. Are you ready to tell us the story?
Right here, daughter. That thing I asked for, to wet my whistle like.
Good out of this.
Look there, next to your left elbow, Mr. Old Timer, and help yourself.
Ah, why thank you, daughter. Storytelling is thirsty work. Ah, smooth. Now, where was I?
You are about to start telling us a story about...
Oh, yeah, that's right. Let's go almost a century ago. Not much has changed since then. Winter holds the Yukon in a tight, icy fist. The sap don't run in the willows. Valley, stream, and mountain lay like something dead in the grip of the ice. And then it changes. Slowly the sun begins to swing north and the ice begins to break up and the northbound boats start carrying passengers.
Are you sure you want to bother with that?
This particular day I'm talking about, a boat pulls up and off gets this Chechaka. That's what the Chinooks call a newcomer. And a stranger-looking feller nobody in this town ever did see. Sort of frail he was, and carrying a hefty grip in each hand, and looking for all the world like he couldn't make it all the way down the gangplank with the weight of him. Several of the down and outers jumped up hopefully.
Think we ought to help that guy?
Let's go see if we'll get a drink out of him.
But the lad smiled pleasantly and shook his head no.
Oh.
This was Chet Grant. When you hear this story, you'll say there never was a less likely candidate to defend a sled dog he'd never laid eyes on before. Chet Rand dropped his bags and sucked in a deep draught of air. It was just as he stooped to pick up his bags that the thing happened. Over where freight was being loaded, a big man with a barreled chest was stacking 2 big boxes atop a sled that had a single husky harness to it. That man was George Lafitte, but everybody called him Bully. You'll see why in a second. Now, even though it was obvious that this sled dog was powerful, the load on that sled was too much for him. Though he strained mightily, the steel runners cut deeper into the snow and sank into the ground.
Told you so, Lafitte.
Bully, that dog can't pull such a load.
Why don't you pull it and let the dog ride?
She moved, by God. When I said she go, she go.
Ambush. Defensive protocols engaged.
A game or dog than that husky. The dog didn't break the stage. He threw every ounce of strength into his effort to move that sled. But it just couldn't be done. Everybody seemed to realize that. Everybody, that is,
Scanner's clear.
Bully Lafitte.
When I say go, she go.
Ease up on that dog, Bully. You're going too far. Why, that last slash cut into his belly.
You filthy hound.
Perimeter movement detected.
All the bystanders
Possible
shouted
sound detect
as
engine
Chet
blank.
Rand
Alert
shouted.
level elevated.
The circle of onlookers parted instinctively
Resetting
when
threat
this
level.
newcomer broke through and faced Lafitte.
Damn you. Can't you see that you've been asking the impossible with that dog? Can't you see the poor beggar can't do it? You swine!
What? What? You mean those words for Lafitte? For moi?
Bully Lafitte was a man of the North Country, and in the North Country, as a rule, you don't interfere between a man and his dogs, unless the thing has gone pretty far. And more particularly, you don't interfere with Bully Lafitte under any circumstances. It came home to him now that this stranger, this puny Chichaco, was actually calling him names.
Hound, eh? Swine, eh? I show you. Ah!
Lafitte charged at Chet Rand like a bull when seen the red flag. Both
And
arms
now for a
flamed.
special surprise.
Chet easily snatched
This
that
is where we
Lafitte
produce the
laid his
newest
left
member
fist
of our
on
family,
Bully's chest.
Nuka-Cola Quantum.
Nook barely slowed down. He shook off the impact of Chet's punch like
That
wood
blue
of steel.
glow isn't just
Then
for show,
charged
folks.
again.
Quantum
Many a
contains
man
a
would
top
have
secret
tried to step away
additive
from
to give
the
you
Russian
a
by
nuclear
Lafitte.
boost of energy.
Chet moved in with the look of a battler, but realizes his main gun has failed and he might, well, get another shot in before he's beaten down himself. Once again, the left fist of the Chichaco struck the big jawbone of the Canuck, while the boy's right fist drove
And
into
now for
Bully's belly.
This is where we produce the newest member of our family, Nuka-Cola Quantum.
Bully raised his hand.
Hound, eh? Swine, eh? You like to taste my leather, Chichaco?
Feet now stood over Chuck's unconscious form. He lighted triumph in his eyes. He lifted his right foot. As he did, the protest was raised by two factions.
No Putin, Lafitte. Right. You beat him in a fair fight.
The husky that had been whipped by the feet. The second one was Sally Donovan Ryan. Everybody called square deal. Just plain square. Square deal. Irish widow woman who had lived in the town had built up a good business with the had attempted to hide it Bully Lafitte, but she tended to side with the angels over the devils, and she didn't have nothing to fight.
Oh, where? Oh, where? If he's friend of yours, where?
He's no friend, Lafitte. He's a man beaten who fought fair. And I'll see that he gets a clean bill himself.
Blue glow isn't just for show, folks. Quantum contains
Chet ran the snow.
Boost of energy.
He looked over at the hut he had defended, and in the clear, wide-eyed gaze of the dog, Chet Rand saw understanding rather.
sell that dog, mister?
Really bad news. That's what I do. You prove you are
The Frenchman looked at his boot a second time. Let it loose two heavy crates stacked atop his sled. Tumbled off into the snow. Pete ordered his husky to
And now for a special surprise. This is where we produce the newest member of our family.
buy the then crowd around the Chaka. Although Chet had taken a stroke that was giving him pain in every bone in his head.
That blue glow isn't just for show, folks. Quantum contains
Did
a
him no
top
harm
secret
in the eyes
additive
of the
to give you a nuclear boost of energy.
I'm gonna piss on your
don't
corpse.
tug on him too hard.
Only
Don't
a
put the goose
fucking
egg on
coward
that boy's
hides.
head.
Well, listen, son. You done a good thing, though. Next time I do spill his feet, I'll throw him through the face. Next time I see him, Mr. he'll know what it's like to feel that that dog felt.
Break it up, friends. Break it up. This young'un needs some peace and quiet. Son, the name's O'Brien. Sally Donovan O'Brien. You can call me Square.
I'm pleased to meet you, Mrs. O'Brien. These gentlemen were
Hope
telling
there's
me about
something
how you
useful
prevented
to be
Mr.
found.
Lafitte from injuring me further. I'm grateful, ma'am.
Well, ain't you got a pretty way of talking? Don't mention it, son. Bully Lafitte ain't precisely a popular customer in these parts. I would have done the same for anybody. Say, what's your name, Chichaco?
I'm Chester Rand from Illinois. My friends call me Chet. I'd be pleased if you...
Well, put her there, Chet. Folks, let's bring Chet over to the Irish Rose. Get some brandy into him. He's had a pretty rough welcome to our town, so let's do what we can to show him we ain't all bad. What say? Oh, hello, Rue. Chet, this pretty young thing is Rue Regret. She's a canary at the Irish Rose, my saloon.
Monsieur Chef, you lean on me.
And
S'il vous
now
plaît.
for a special
We get you
surprise.
one, we get you fixed
This
up, no?
is where we produce
Clear a
the
path,
newest
friends.
member of our family,
I'm mighty pleased to meet you,
Nuka-Cola
Miss
Quantum.
My, this town is full of surprises, isn't it?
That blue glow isn't just for show, folks. Quantum contains a top secret additive to give you a nuclear boost of energy.
You're listening to the Narada Radio Company's Potpourri Theater presentation of Harold DePolo's exciting tale, The Better Man. We'll be back with Act 2 of our play in just a moment.
Welcome to the Nuka-Cola World of Refreshment, now featuring a river of Nuka-Cola Quantum.
Hello, friend.
Nuka-Cola Quantum. Twice the calories, twice the carbohydrates, twice the caffeine, and twice the taste. And just look at that amazing patented blue glow.
Do you remember the cookies your grandma used to bake? You remember how big she
So
made
sit
them?
back and enjoy the ride as we take you through the Nuka-Cola World of Refreshment.
For a week. Oh, and your ribs, and your lungs. Well, we at Starshway remember your grandma, even though you're too old and stupid to do the same. And even though she's been dead for 40 years, you can still taste their cookies. Starshway, the big cookies with a 40-year-old taste. Also available, cookies that
Here
taste
in the
like
bottling
your grandma.
chamber, we carefully pour each delicious liquid
You remember
into our
when
new
as part of your
space-age
youth,
rocket
his
bottle.
songs were always playing somewhere in the background, on the radio, on the record player, or as a favorite film theme. And now,
Each bottle is
beloved
carbonated
songs
and
are
then
back
sealed
again,
with one of our
all together
signature
in a
bottle caps.
brand new collection. The greatest hits of Zip Zoodah, the man in the monkey suit.
Here in the
will remember
liquid
this
into our
brilliant
new
musician,
Space
this
Age
stellar
rocket bottle.
performer, not only for his nimble fingers on the piano keyboard, not only for the way his soaring
bottle is
tenor voice
carbonated
drew
and
audiences,
sealed with
but
one of our
also
signature bottle
that he did
caps.
all of this while wearing a monkey suit. Was it a gorilla he was playing?
Here is a bottle of chamber.
Nobody knows. Nobody's told us.
Into our new
Just do
Space
not
Age
over
rocket
the
bottle.
music, man. That ends very good. Who can forget such brilliant performances?
Each bottle is carbonated and then
1960s TV
sealed
show
with one of our
Sunny and
signature
Lane
bottle caps.
comedy hour. Hit 1959 movie starring Edmund Richmond. I was a teenage
To our new Space Age rocket bottle.
These timeless
Each
performances
bottle is carbonated
and more
and then
are
sealed with
available
one of
now
our signature
on the
bottle
brand new
caps.
CD collection. Greatest hits of Zip himself, the man in the monkey suit.
Here in the bottling
Available in all fine stores. Get yours today.
Pour each delicious liquid into our new Space.
Well, that was fun.
Each bottle is carbonated and then sealed with one of our signature bottle caps.
Prospect
Here in the
Bully
bottling
Lafite
chamber,
was
we
being
carefully
escorted
pour
by the
each
townsfolk
delicious liquid
Square
into our
Deal
new
O'Brien
Space
Saloon,
Age rocket
the
bottle.
Irish Rose. Our storyteller, the old-timer, is just about ready to...
Each bottle is
Well,
carbonated
how are
and
you
then
feeling,
sealed
Mr.
with one of our
Oldtimer?
signature bottle
Are you
caps.
okay to continue your story?
Aces, daughter, aces. Let me
Here
just
in the
wet
bottling
whistle.
chamber, we carefully pour each delicious liquid into our new Space Age rocket
And
bottle.
now, let's see, where was I? Oh, yeah.
But this isn't just a ride. Each
Irish
bottle is
Rose
carbonated
Road.
and then
Check
sealed
Randy.
with one of our signature bottle caps. Nuka-Cola.
Randy of Square Deal O'Brien, and from the sweet talking voice of
Here in the mixing area, we combine just a hint of 17 select fruit flavors to produce that unique Nuka-Cola taste.
Word was going around about how Chet had stood up against Bully
But this
Lafite.
isn't just
Even
a
though
ride.
he'd lost
It's
the
one of
weight,
several operational
and folks were
factories
coming from all
actively
around
producing
town to see
Nuka-Cola.
Mr. Chaco and tried to prepare him for the next time he saw Lafite.
Here in the mixing area, hey Mom and Dad, are you ready for a night out on the town? Then pick up an ice-cold Nuka-Cola Dark and experience the most thirst-quenching way to unwind.
Listen, Chet. We're only concerned about how you protect yourself. Firearm of
35%
some kind is a
alcohol by
natural
volume.
deterrent against men like Bully Lafitte.
Do not
You
consume
made
Nuka-Cola
yourself
Dark
an
if you're
enemy
pregnant or
today,
planning on
son,
becoming
whether
pregnant.
you like it or not. An enemy
Do not
with
operate motor vehicles
long
Nuka-Cola
memory.
but
And don't
years in the
forget,
year
you won't be
2042
satisfied
when our
until he's
founder,
got
John
even
Caleb Bradburton, was a budding
You see
chemist.
my hands?
Sure, son. What about him?
I'll have to rely on them.
He dreamt of a delicious soft drink that would provide energy, focus, and 120% the recommended daily.
I can't help it. I'm just made that way. If I carried a gun, it would be sure to bring on a meeting sooner or later. Or he'd think I was arming myself with that purpose in view. Also, if I did have a weapon, and he drew, I'd probably do the same. Take my shot.
Well, trouble with Lafitte is he's not a feller who's out in the open. Don't forget.
Began its journey in the year when our
Nothing seemed to happen in the near future because lives and the camp we had on. Chet rented a room at Brian's saloon, and for a time just lazed about.
he dreamt of a delicious soft drink that would provide energy, focus, and 120% of the recommended daily value. Welcome to the Nuka-Cola world of refreshment. Now featuring a river of Nuka-Cola quadro in the year 2022, when our founder, John Caleb Bradburton, was a budding chemist. He dreamt of a delicious soft drink that would provide energy, focus, and 120% of the recommended daily value of sugar. Nuka-Cola began its journey in the year 2042 when our founder, Nuka-Cola Quantum, twice the calories, twice the carbohydrates, twice the caffeine, and twice the taste. And just look at that amazing patented blue glow. So sit back and enjoy the ride as we take you through the Nuka-Cola world of refreshment.
That sounds so much like the life I was leading before I came here.
Welcome to the Nuka-Cola world of refreshment.
They deserted that night, while every old sourdough in the place.
Alcohol by diet. Do not consume Nuka-Cola Dark if you're pregnant or planning on becoming pregnant. While now here on the East Coast, folks delight in the refreshment of an ice-cold Nuka Grape, Nuka Orange, or Nuka Cherry.
The yarns are flying back and forth at rapid pace, yet all the while,
And be on the
Bill
lookout
Brown
for
was
our
making
special
trade
pre-release shipments of Nuka-Cola Quantum, coming soon to your favorite grocer or restaurant.
It's Sean! He's like froze to death! Get him over to
Nice try,
He's
asshole.
passed out shore.
But I'm still
Rue,
standing.
bring brandy. What did he say, boys? Lafitte's out there caught in the storm?
Well, out here on the East Coast, folks delight in the refreshment of an ice-cold Nuka Grape, Nuka Orange, or Nuka
Ain't
Cherry.
anybody gonna speak up? I know Bully Lafitte ain't the most popular
Or for those that
gent in these
prefer a
parts, but
timeless
he's
root-based
human like the
beverage,
rest of
they
us.
pick up a delicious Nuka-Cola Wild.
Hello, Jean. You just take it easy now. Easy, lad.
And be on the lookout for our
Chet,
special
what are you
pre-release
doing?
shipments of Nuka-Cola
Looks like it's up to me,
Quantum,
Mrs. O'Brien.
coming soon to your favorite grocer or restaurant.
Nothing.
Out west, they enjoy the regional favorites, such as the classic Nuka-Cola
No,
Quart
I don't want help.
and refreshingly
But
tasty.
son,
It took almost
You'll understand, Mrs. O'Brien.
to perfect the
I'll go get
formula,
sorted
but in late 2044, Mr. Bradburger was finally successful, and Nuka-Cola was
And after he was out of sight, healthy arguments broke out over who was going to accompany him. Spoiled Brian
It
and
quickly
a few of the
surpassed
wiser
other lesser
sourdoughs
beverages
exchanged
to
known
become
brands.
America's #1
These
favorite soft drink.
offers were real tributes of friendship to Chet Rand. He was back in it.
Not one to rest on his laurels, Mr. Bradburton and his team of talented beverageers
Swear, let me have a
continue
glass.
to create new and exciting
sure,
formulas.
son. Rue, fill this up.
Oui.
It took almost 2 years to perfect the formula,
Thanks, Jim,
but in
but I've
late
got it.
2044, Mr. Bradburton was finally successful, and Nuka-Cola was born.
So long, everybody.
Look, son.
It quickly surpassed other lesser beverages to become America's #1 favorite soft drink.
Flip their arguments.
Not one to rest on his laurels, Mr. Bradburton, or for those that prefer a timeless
You're listening to the Narada Radio Company's Potpourri Theater presentation.
root-based beverage. They pick up a delicious Nuka-Cola Wild. Got it, Nuka-Cola Victory.
One of the members of the Narada and I've been asked to introduce our newest
Or for
sponsor,
those that prefer a
Dr. Gumhill's
timeless
Amazing
root-based
Sausage
beverage.
Museum.
They pick up a delicious
Historic
Nuka-Cola
Buckeye,
Wild.
At long last, Dr. Gumhill has opened the doors of his family home in Bumperson to display to the waiting public the results of a lifelong fascination with pork products.
Out
The
west,
Amazing
they
Sausage
enjoy
Museum.
regional favorites,
Stroll
such as
down
the
the oak
classic
panel
Nuka-Cola
corridor
Quart.
this fully restored 19th century Victorian mansion
Got it,
and view
Nuka-Cola
thousands upon
Victory.
thousands of samples of sausage collected over the course of several generations and passed
Or
down
for those
to
that
present
prefer a
Dr.
timeless
Wrigley S.
root-based
Gumhill,
beverage,
who has
they
continued
pick up a
strange
delicious
yet fascinating
Nuka-Cola
hobby of his
Wild.
forebears. see actual samples of sausage served in the Theodore Roosevelt White House and other samples from as far back as the Ottoman Empire. Witness the lifelike diorama displaying the sausage-making methods of Neanderthal man.
Delight in
Thrill to the pre-recorded sounds of people eating links and patties in
Mom and
restaurants.
Dad, are you ready for
Educate
a night out?
yourself
But this
and your
isn't just a
family
ride.
at the gorgeous
It's one of
Oak
several
Grove
operational
Farm.
factories
Every
that are
single variety
producing
of
Nuka-Cola.
sausage ever made.
Quenching way.
Bumperson, Wyoming. Open 7 days a week. Closed on all Jewish holidays. No splits available.
Here in the mixing area, we combine each bottle is carbonated and then sealed with one of our signature bottle caps.
Welcome back to The Better Man, tonight's installment of Pulpri Theater, starring the Narada Radio Company. When we
And
left
now
off,
for a
Chet
special
Rand
surprise.
was just leaving the
This
Irish Rose
is where we
Saloon in
produce the
quiet
newest
snowstorm
member of our
to try
family,
to rescue
Nuka-Cola
his bitter
Quantum.
enemy, Bully Lafitte. Our friend, the Old-Timer, is here to tell us more of the story. Go ahead, Mr. Old-Timer.
Thank you, daughter. This jug's getting low, so I guess I ought to wrap up my story pretty soon, huh? Well, I was telling you that Chet Rand set out to try and find that old Frenchman in the snow. He hinted that he'd be back in 4 or 5 hours' time. Well, now, to be exact, Chet made it back pretty near the 4-hour mark, or just a trifle under it. He lurched into the Irish Rose, Bully Lafitte across his shoulders, and that big old husky he defended pulling on ahead of him, tied onto his belt with a hunk of broken harness. Chet heaved Lafitte up onto a rug in front of the fire and handed the brandy flask to his trapper pal Jim. Pulling one of his big fur mittens off, Chet reached his hand down to the head of the dog, who was staring up at the man with admiration.
I guess you're mine now, boy. I guess you're mine now.
Looky, Chet. Hey, all. Bully's coming too.
Why you look at me? Where is Lafitte? Huh?
I can do this all day.
God, go down somehow. I don't know. I don't know. These legs, she just get too weak for to stand. She hard going out there. One dog go down, no there. Except my strong devil on the lead. I don't know. I don't. And Jean. What happened to Jean? When all things go black for me.
Your Jean came here for help.
Hey, come on back.
So?
Let's finish
So?
this.
And then who bring me?
A better man than you, Lafitte.
There is no better man than George Lafitte. No man have ever knocked me down. No man have ever used his gun so quick.
With those boastful words, Bully Lafitte had worked his way to a standing position, and his hand, as he finished, went to the heavy revolver hanging low in a holster at his thigh. He grinned in a scornful way at Chet, as if inviting him to argue. But it was Squirrel O'Brien who answered, and her voice was calm, as her own hand hovered cautiously over the little pistol.
That blue glow isn't just for show, folks.
He's proven himself a better man in every way, Lafitte. And I remind you what you said that day on the wharf
Quantum
last
contains
spring.
a top secret
I claim the
additive
dog now.
to give you a
You
nuclear
keeled over,
boost of
and I
energy.
didn't. I'd just come in from a run up the
Hope
Smith
there's
Valley,
something
but I still
useful
had enough
to be
left to
found.
finish your own trip for you, with you on my back.
So, she's put up job for to get husky, no? By God, George Lafitte don't stand for those trick. He don't. Boy, why don't you be man? All you talk about don't believe in gun, don't believe in earth, another human being. All that is bluff. I'm sick. Me of all your talk. When I say I give you dog, when you prove better man, I mean.
Just a minute, Lafitte.
Chet Rand stood a dozen paces away from Bully Lafitte and raised a hand that made everyone go quiet. His voice was calm, but the muscles of his face were taut, and in his other hand the lash of the coiled rawhide whip he held was nervously tapping against the high top of his leather boot.
So you want a showdown, do you? Well, you'll get it, by God. Draw! Draw, you filthy hound!
What? What?
I said draw. Draw, you swine. I'm armed and I'm ready for you.
Ah! Ha ha!
Lafitte's right arm pitched down toward his thigh, but even as his fingers went to grip the blue steel butt of his weapon, like a striking snake, that rawhide lash in Chet's right hand flew across the room and bit into Lafitte's wrist.
That was your chance, Lafitte, and I beat you to it. And I'm telling you again, I'm the better man.
Better man, eh? By God, not while I got one more hand. Ah! No, get off me, you dog! No, talk him off me! You gotta talk that dog off me! Talk him off me there!
Break way there! That's got you now, boy. You don't want to bite him, you might catch something. Now, Lafitte, I'll just relieve you of this. And get up. Get on your feet. The dog's quieted, don't worry. All right. Like I told you before, Lafitte, Chet's proved himself a better man. And also, like I told you before, I remember what she said about the husky that day on the wharf. Now I'm taking it upon myself to be the judge, and 'tis to Chet that I'm fair and square awarding the dog.
She's right. Square deal is right.
And another thing. Out of this place with ye. And on my word of honor, which ain't never been broken in this town, Bully George Lafitte, I'm telling ye that if I ever do see you trailing into this
Hey, Mom and Dad,
it's
are you
myself
ready for
that'll
a
shoot
night
you
out?
down.
Welcome to the Nuka-Cola World of Refreshments, now featuring a river of Nuka-Cola Quantum. The most first way to unwind. Nuka-Cola Quantum. Twice the calories, twice the carbohydrates, twice the caffeine, and twice the taste. And just look at that amazing patented blue glow.
We'll be back right after this word. You're listening to Pulpery
So
Tale,
sit back and
starring
enjoy the
Colorado
ride
Radio
as we take you through the Nuka-Cola World of Refreshments. On behalf of all of us at Nuka World, we hope you have enjoyed the ride and learning more about Nuka-Cola. On behalf of all of us at
Hi kids, this is Bill Boyd Studge, back here to tell you about just your ordinary old
more about Nuka-Cola.
Where are they?
Heck no,
See 'em?
Tinky Winkles are sweet clumps of oats, wheat, and bran that stay crunchy
On
even in
behalf
milk.
of all of us
Pour
at
some
Nuka
in your
World,
bowl.
we
Walk
hope you
away
have
for an
enjoyed the
hour.
ride
Go for a
and
smoke.
learning more
Take a bath.
about
And when you
Nuka-Cola.
come back, that bowl of Tinky Winkles will still be just as crunchy as when you first poured it out.
Welcome to
It's
the Nuka-Cola
guaranteed.
World of
Now,
Refreshments, now featuring a river of Nuka-Cola Quantum. We hope you have enjoyed the ride and learning more about Nuka-Cola.
French kids, because Tinky Winkles only don't just claim it, they guarantee it. How you may well ask, can Tinky Winkles make it? Tinky Winkles.
On behalf of all of us at Nuka World, enjoy the ride and learning more about
And the
Nuka-Cola.
bright blue milk carton in your grocer's dairy case.
On behalf of all of us at Nuka World, we hope you have enjoyed the ride
heaping
and
bowl
learning
full, and
more
you'll say-
about Nuka-Cola.
Hey, they do stay crunchy.
On behalf of all of us at Nuka World, we hope you have enjoyed the ride and learning more about Nuka-Cola.
romantic breakfast treat have you
On behalf of all of us at Nuka World, we hope you have enjoyed the ride. And now for a special surprise. This is where we produce the newest member of our family, Nuka-Cola Quantum. That blue glow isn't just for show, folks. Quantum contains a top-secret additive to give you a nuclear boost of energy. Here in the bottling chamber, Rocket Bottle.
When we left off, Chet Rand had just proved himself the better man against the French-Canadian prospector, Bully Lafitte. Mr. Oldtimer, can you tell us the rest of the story?
This isn't just a ride. It's one of several operational factories actively producing Nuka-Cola. Each bottle is carbonated and then sealed with one of our signature bottle
Never did
caps.
show his face around that town again. Chet Rand explained soon enough why he
And
wanted
now
that
for
dog
a
so
special
bad.
surprise.
And why he refused.
Nuka-Cola Quantum. Twice the calories, twice the carbohydrates, twice the caffeine, and twice the taste. And just look at that
Because he surely
amazing
did
patented
want this
blue glow.
I need him for a lead husky because I've decided that now that I'm physically on my feet again, I'm going to stick around
So
this
sit back and enjoy the
keep up this
ride
freight haul
as we take you through the
place has gotten
Nuka-Cola
into my
world
blood.
of refreshment.
It really has. And the people too. You, Mrs. O'Brien, and Jim, and of course Rue.
Chet, mon cher, I am so happy to hear you say that. Mwah!
That's fine, son. We'll be glad of it. To have you around. Oh, there must be something in me eye.
And, well, I didn't like to speak of it before, but I feel I owe it to you now, to let you know why I've been so against using a gun. I took a year off from college back in 1917, and I got into the dust-up over across the water. I saw so much killing and so much blood that I told myself I wouldn't be responsible for any more bloodshed unless I was forced into it by another war. I guess this old rawhide's good enough for me.
Good enough is right, Chet. Good enough is right.
Well, daughter, my bottle's empty and my story's all told. So I reckon I'll be hitting the trail.
Well, thank you, Mr. Oldtimer, for coming to visit us and for such an exciting story of the untamed frontier. Will you come back and see us again sometime?
Well, I reckon I could, just as long as I got something nice to sip at, like today. Well, so long, daughter. Gotta be pushing on. Can't stand to be in one place too long.
Thanks, and so long, Mr. Oldtimer. You have been listening to The Better Man, the 7th program of the Potpourri Theater series, starring the Narada Radio Company. Featured in the cast were, in order of appearance, Gene Giggy as the Oldtimer, Matthew Willoughby as Chet Rand, Derek Lutz as Georges Bully Lafitte, Kevin Schuster, Michelle Cotter, Teddy Giggy, and Skeeter Ullman as townsfolk, Jerry Elliff as Square Deal O'Brien, Catherine Crawford as Rue Regret, Juan Perez as the Prospector, Dana Gonzalez as Half-Breed Jean, and Micah Blaine as Jim the Trapper. Your announcer was Lisa Ayala. The Better Man was originally published as a short story by Harold DiPolo and appeared in the July 1932 issue of Thrilling Adventures magazine. It was adapted by Pete Lutz, who also directed and produced this program. Tune in again next